It gotta be that. I'm just trying to get money, that's a fact, baby. It gotta be you, but it's gonna be me. Cause you know I've been putting in the work, baby. And you can't tell me I'm not wavy on this front.
What's good? What's up? What's poppin', you guys? It is T.ey.a.na Latrice, and I am back with another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about what I thought was my last relationship. You guys can tell by the title, like, it's a really complicated story, so I'm going to start from the beginning. I figured out that's her dude. Like, the guy that was in my most recent video, actually my most viewed video, his name is Terrell. Me and Terrell met, like mid-year last year. I met him on Tinder. And I wasn't really taking him serious, but I also had a lot of stuff going on at the time. So me and him like had fell off. A little while later, I ended up hitting him up. He was like, oh, I thought you forgot about me, blah, 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 whatever. Me and him continued talking and getting to know each other a little bit more. So I thought. I am a very open book. Like, I want to know like what we are, like what are we striving to be. He continued to tell me over and over again, I want to be married. I want to have kids, X, Y, and Z. I was like, all right, cool. He kept telling me that over and over again. That's what was in my head. We were working towards that. Things kind of like started getting rocky. I started like getting out of character. Like really getting out of character. I'm a very calm person. I'm a very chill person. Unless I'm triggered. And he triggered me. Basically, I had went to go see him. And we were talking and everything. And I was like, we need to go out. Like, let's go out and do something. So he's like, all right, cool. Let me know when and what time and everything like that. I did that. We're gonna go out on Saturday. We're gonna go to this brunch spot. And we're just gonna enjoy ourselves. And he was like, all right, cool. Saturday comes up. I hear from him the night before. And I was like, all right, we're going out. And he's like, all right, cool. The day of, this man stands me up.
Oh!
Call him and everything. No answer. I didn't hear from this man until 4 p.m. Now, I'm going to go through what happened this entire day. First, my friend and I ended up going to the place that me and him were supposed to go to. This place had unlimited mimosas. So me and her got drunk. He was messing with my crazy screw. Like, it was jingling up there. I'm about to go batshit crazy on it. Like, crazy screw. This is not in my character at all. So I had to work later on that day. Mind you, like, we're drunk early on in the day because it's brunch. Me and her ended up going to a liquor store and like we were gonna get some more champagne and make like homemade mimosas and everything. Some guy like bought us bottles and we were like, all right, cool. So we were drinking that. And then I had to go to work. So I went to work drunk off my ass. Did what I needed to do. He hit me up at 4 and he told me, oh, I got called into the Pentagon. Okay. So crazy scrim, hidden. So I'm gonna drive to the Pentagon. I see what's up with this man. I'm not even gonna lie, I probably called him about 13 times before I drove up there. No response, no nothing. Honestly, like I can tell you, I have an idea of what was going on at the end of the story. Because I haven't even gotten to like the meat and the potatoes of the story. That happened. Crazy T.ey.a.na, everything like that. And then he like disappeared for a few days and then he hit me up again. This man's in the Marines. He's like, oh, they're going to kick me out of the Marines because you called me and I had my phone in the safe. And I was like, Like I was literally eating up every word that this man was telling me, like a fucking idiot. Anyways, so that happened. A couple weeks later, he asked me to come see him again. Mind you, this man lives in the barracks at Quantico. He tells me to come see him again. I go see him, we're talking. That's when we do the video that you guys see. The one that was actually done in his barracks. Where he like views my outfits and rates them. A little bit after that, there was like an issue that happened. I'm not gonna go into detail about it because I'm still debating on telling you guys about that. That's like a very private issue. So that happened. And then I end up going to Cancun thinking that me and him are still working on becoming more, and like I could have wilded out in Cancun. Like I really could have. Like I could have gone buck ass crazy Cancun, but I didn't because like I was like, oh, that's my man. Like he's back home. Like he wouldn't appreciate if I did X, Y, and Z. So I get back and I noticed his Tinder. Mind you, we met on Tinder. On his Tinder, it basically said he had an Instagram, and this man only told me that he had Snapchat. I tried to go on his Instagram. This is biggest red flag ever. Try to go on his Instagram and I can't. I'm blocked basically. And he tried to come up with every excuse in the book, like, oh, you're not blocked, you're tripping, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay. So I knew he was lying when he said that. I have my high school account. Basically, when I was in high school, I used to post all my pictures, and then I created a new one when I like became older. I find his shit on there. There are certain things you do and you don't do with certain situations. I mean, that morning that I found out, I literally prayed to God. I was like, if I'm supposed to be with this man, show me. God showed his ass. Because guys, I'm not even kidding. Like it was not even like 5-6 hours into it, and I like go on his Instagram and I see this girl commenting under his stuff, like drilling emoji, hearty emojis, and like that's cool and everything, like because I have that under my Instagram pictures and everything, but it depends on how you respond. And he was responding. All right, that's his girl. So crazy old me decided to, on my other account, comment under the picture, oh, y'all cute. He deleted and made his, deleted the comment and made his account private so quick. So yeah, I'm about to like give myself up like big time, big time. So if she's watching, if he's watching, here we go. She ended up messaging me like, oh, do I know you? I was like, no, but that's my cousin's dude. And she's like, what are you talking about? So I was trying to get some information out of her, but at the same time, like I figured out that's her dude. Like at that point I was like officially done with him. Done, like couldn't do it anymore. But I was gonna play the game. She was acting real fishy because she was like, oh, have your cousin message me and blah, 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 blah. That's how I knew she's been in this situation before, and this man has her under his thumb. This girl knows how he is, and I feel like he's the type of guy that will sit there and be like, oh, you messaged her, you were looking for stuff. That's the type of dude he was. He is. I messaged her on my actual account and I was like, hey, my cousin told me to message you, you know. I messaged her and basically like me and her went back and forth, and like I told her about stuff, but she never told me anything, which was the issue. Funny part is this man asked us both on the same day to move in with him. My response was, okay, first of all, I've lived with a man before. I'm not doing it again until I'm married. I'm not with it. So I think that's what triggered him, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna leave her alone, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what's wrong with this dude. Like, I literally gave this man multiple chances to back out. Like I've asked him about 3 or 4 times. Honestly, I asked him about 2 weeks before the whole situation happened with old girl, like if he still wanted to continue to push for things or not. And he's like, yeah, we're good. Nigga's full of shit. Basically, me and her went back and forth, and like it started to piss me off when she started deleting messages. Like, I was like, okay, so now she's screenshotting stuff and sending it to him. And around this time, when she was like deleting messages, like, I don't know, like 5 or 10 minutes later, he messages me. He's like, oh, you're so messy and blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, cool. I just want to know why. Like, why would you, why do people do stupid shit like that? Like, if I'm giving you a chance to like, let me know, like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Like, let me know that. Don't egg me on. Like, that makes no damn sense. So basically, I blocked him. I blocked her. The next day, I checked on her because, you know, this type of person I am. And I was like, hey, are you good? Like, I know you would be in a bad headspace because I'm in a bad headspace right now. And she's like, oh, I'm good. Me and him are back together. He didn't lie to me about anything. And I was like, damn. That shit took me back to when me and one of my exes, most toxic relationship I was ever in, were together. And like, I literally made up every excuse in the book for this man, just to get back with him. So I was like, I explained to her, I was like, listen, honey, like, I really hope you learn to love yourself. I will pray for you and I will pray for him. The thing that really pissed me off, after I told her that I was going to pray for her and pray for him and everything, and like, I told her, I was like, you told him to delete all of them, but if you're talking to me and you thought you were secure in your relationship, there's going to be other ones. After I said that, she's like, well, it's serious with me. I'm going to be his mother. I'm going to get the ring. That kind of like pissed me off because it was like, listen, sis, I was really trying to like be here for you, but you want to be an ass. So I was like, all right, cool. God got you, baby. God got you both, because karma is a bitch, my nigga. Like, if I were to tell you what happened to one of my exes, it would be insane. But I'm not going to do that. That whole situation happened. I blocked him. And when I tell you, I was the fuck devastated. Like, in my head, I was like, all right, I hope hellfire rains down on him and his family. But then it got to a point where it's just like, why am I so invested in like what's gonna happen to him? So I stopped. It was literally to a point where I was trying to get this man fired from his job because he told me that he was gonna get fired from his job. He made up these court dates and he made up everything else. And you know, my dad, officer in the Marines. My friend's dad, I believe he was an officer as well. So I was like, well, if you really need help, like, we could help you out. And he's like, no, don't do that. That should have been another red flag for me. But back to the story. I had to get right with myself, and I had to get right with God, because y'all, when I tell you I was so lost in this situation, it got to a point, the only way that I really healed was like praying and reading my Bible and like really setting myself right, because that, my crazy switch was like tapping, like it was just, and I was really gonna go crazy. I called one of my cousins and I was like, listen, I need you to put a bullet through this man's forehead. Like, it was bad. It was bad, you guys. It was really, really bad. It never happened. Like, I told him, like, forget about it. But like, that's the type of shit that I was thinking, because I don't like, it's not that my time was wasted. That's not why I was mad. I was mad because I gave you time and time again to let me know what was up, and you never did. That's what pissed me off. Like I said, God got him. Karma got him. I'm not really stressed about it. I'm gonna continue staying in my Bible, listening to my word, because that's literally what saved me. Literally what saved me. And my friend Tykira, because me and her would go, she would keep me occupied because I was in a really dark place. I was in a very dark place. But I'm good now. This happened. This is why I haven't been posting videos. You guys are wondering. I really had to heal. I really had to heal from that. And from certain situations that happened while me and him were together. Me and her were never in a relationship. Actually, that day when I asked him for the video, he said, say what you want to say for this video. Say I'm your man, say I'm your boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. And actually, I think it was a couple days later, I was like excited, and I told him, I was like, I don't have to lie to the guys at my job anymore when telling them that I have a boyfriend, because I will lie like a mug telling these boys that I have a boyfriend. And then I will tell them, oh, they'll tell me, oh, you could take my number, or oh, you can be my friend, and blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, well, I'll give you my boyfriend's number. At this time, it was, I don't know if you guys remember Omar, but at that time it was Omar. I would give them his number, and he's like, it's fine. And I was like, you can hit him up and ask him if I can have friends. No. But that is basically my relationship status. This is why I don't date. And you will continue to hear me say that. This is why I don't date. But thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for like listening to my story about why I'm single, I guess. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and share with your mama, your daddy, and your bald-headed granny. And I will see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.
Know what you want, baby, don't front.